Hey guys, it's Colin with HK Land Solutions. We are back with part 2 on mulching and expanding this cow pasture for our current client, current customer. Here's a couple of his cows he's got now. 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 4, and a couple calves. I think he's wanting to get, I think he told me about 8 head of cattle in total. So but yeah, so part 1, as you saw, we shredded another fan, and then Tidewater overnighted me one. We got it installed, put on, filled the machine up with coolant, and I ran just right here and did a couple test passes just to make sure everything was working like it was supposed to. We were flowing coolant through the system, and we were. Everything looked good, so we should be good to go. So I've got to go a little bit farther that way than where I stopped to get to the fence line, and then basically pushing it the rest of between these pine trees. We'll take some of these out, like these smaller ones. We'll take them out, and he told me not to worry about anything, you know, that's going to take up a lot of my time. So, and then we're going to push all this back probably another, I don't know, 50 yards that way to that fence corner, and then we'll come back and clean up the fence rows. So not too much more to do really. So I'm hoping I've got, I don't know, 3.5 hours of daylight left. I'm hoping I can finish all this at the house today, and then I can bring the trailer with me tomorrow afternoon, and we can load up, drive a quarter of a mile down the road, and finish up the other little project that we looked at last week. So we didn't get any work done this weekend. I was out of town, so had a good time to get away from both works, just to relax and hang out and have a good time. So we are back full swing this week. I've got to go out of town again this weekend, and then all of next week I got to go to a conference with Shaw. So trying to get as much done as I can this week. So we're going to be booking it. So enough talking. Let me get in the machine, get it fired up, and we will get started. All right, we will pick up where we left off the other day. Get you guys adjusted right there. are basically finished with this little block that I was working on. I've got one more cedar tree to take out, and that'll be it. I spent most of my time trying to clean up around this big dead tree that had fallen over. I can. Don't spend a whole lot of time on it. little update for you guys. And yes, we are mulching with the cows. They like following this thing around. Every time I lay down a tree or, you know, yopon, they're right behind me eating the leaves off of it. So, but anyway, we're not going to harm the cows. But wanted to hop out, give you guys a quick update. It was time to get the grease gun out, get everything greased up, and then I wiped off the windshield. I got to where I couldn't see anything, so take the time to grease it up, clean off the windshield so I can work efficiently. But anyway, we've got a pretty good bit of this knocked out this afternoon. We got several of these pines mulched down. I might come back and get those 2 more right there. But yeah, the customer didn't really want me taking the time to clean up around these big oak trees. He's when he's home from offshore, you know, he spends all his time outside just piddling, and he wanted to come back, and he said he'll clean all this up. He's got a little tractor too that he does some work with around here, and he just wanted the bulk of this cleaned up. But anyways, I think I'm gonna come back and get this tree. It's just looks like it's out of place in the way, so I'll come back and mulch it. Not sure how much more I'm gonna be able to clean up around this dead tree. I guess I could take the time to mulch those longer branches down some more, and then maybe roll this thing out of the way with the machine, but I think he's gonna want me to leave it like it is. So, and we've got the fence line mulched from that corner all the way down. I left a buffer, about a 10-15 foot buffer between his fence and the neighbor, just to give a little bit of privacy. But it's right on the fence line here, and it goes all the way up to that corner. So now we are ready to start on this back fence line. You gotta watch out for that pile of trash right there. I'll probably just go around it, start somewhere right here, and then mulch it all the way down to the other side. Shouldn't take too long. So I'm not in too big of a hurry to get home this evening. At our church we have a young ladies discipleship training, I guess you could call it. So some of the college age girls in the church, and you know, 20s and maybe early 30s, those ladies get together and host these high school girls once a month just to do a discipleship, get them in the Word. And so this month we are hosting, my wife is hosting that get together at our house. So they probably just got there about 30 minutes ago, so they're going to eat, do their devotion, do their study. So I'm not in a big hurry to go hang out with 20 or 30 ladies. So I'll take my time tonight, work on maybe getting some more of this mulched, and then I might run into town, get me a bite to eat, and maybe go grab a few things at Tractor Supply. But anyway, this project is underway. We are making some good headway this afternoon. I'm not sure how much I'm going to get done on this back fence, but I might be able to knock it out this evening. And then tomorrow I'll bring the trailer and we'll load the machine up, and like I said, we'll run half a mile down the road and knock out that little bit of work. So all in all, it's going pretty well. It's gotten a bit chilly this evening. Should have brought me a jacket. I had to turn on a little bit of heat All right, so real quick before I head to the other side of the fence, we've got this section mulched up, got it finished, got it back dragged, cleaned up around a few of the trees. I took a couple of the lower limbs off this pine tree right here out in front, and then took out that other little, actually that big shrub tree that was there. That was the last two big items to get there. And once again, I just went through and cleaned up all that. And then on this back fence row, I mulched all I could around the tree house without getting into any foreign items. There was a lot of metal around that, around those dead logs, and around that pile of dead brush there. So I didn't feel like touching it. There's almost more metal in that pile right there than there is wood, so I figured we would leave that be. But we got majority of this knocked off this fence row. Customer just wanted to take the bulk of it off. He didn't want me to get too close and worry about hitting the fence, so I'm fine with that. But yeah, we've got that little bit finished up. And then I did my best to work around the back side of these logs. That could still probably be cleaned up a little bit more, but let me get the Minotaur pulled through the gate. I got a little bit to do on this side. Probably won't take me 15 minutes. Then we'll get the Minotaur loaded up and we'll ride down the road. So, running out of daylight pretty quick. So let me quit talking and get to work. Well, just when you think the job is going good, I was mulching along this fence line, and I got to mulching all these dead pine trees that were laid out on the ground. They were mulching up good, and I got about right here. Apparently they had some old fence underneath all this, but there's actually a slab of concrete and just some other trash. This customer probably didn't even know this was here. It was so grown up around it, you just couldn't see it. So, you win some, you lose some. And there was the corner I was going to, the tree with the blue stripe, and then I was going to 90 over a couple more feet and mulch all that up, and I was going to be done. But here we are, more fence wire. All right, well, let me see if I got any. No, my oxygen and gas bottles at the house. Took it out of the truck the other day for that road trip I went on. Forgot to put it back in there, so I might get lucky and can snip some of this off and then roll it out, but I doubt it. So let me go grab a pair of cutters, see what I can do real quick, and this might have to be continued tomorrow. Oh well, let's see what I can do. Well, after I got to looking at it, well, let me start. I don't even have any cutters in the truck. I remember last time I hit some fence wire, I damaged or broke those cutters. So I don't have any gas, oxygen, or cutters. So this will wait till tomorrow. Plus, right up in the very corners of here and here, it's wrapped so tight around that bite limiter that couldn't even get any cutters or snips in there. So it's gonna have to be cut out with flame, with heat, fire. But you'll have that. Oh well, it'll be all right. Job is still gonna get done. So just be done today late. Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for now. We might do a part 3 of this job. Anyways, at least I got the bulk of this project knocked out. So, oh well, let's pack it up and let's head back to the house. All right, guys, I am back to the mulching job in Florilla, and this is about 3 days later, no, 2 days later, after hitting the fence wire. I have finally got it off. I brought my torch out here, and usually you can cut it right off with the torch and pull it out. But however, this was not the case. See if I can kind of show you. So I basically cut it off across, and usually when you do that, you can get the drum to spin over and pull that wire out. But this time I had a ball of wire wrapped up around the back of this. I don't know if that's just some kind of limit stop or whatever that little block is right there. It was wedged in between that, and then there were about 8 strands of wire wrapped between the drum housing and the bearing itself. Yeah, so that was pretty difficult to get out, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't record any of it just because I knew it was going to be aggravating. So anyway, we have got it out. We've got this little bit to finish up mulching. I mean, I only lacked 10-15 minutes the other day before I was done. So heartbreaking, I know, but I'm gonna try to finish that up and then grab all this wire and just throw it in a pile somewhere. I'm not taking it with me. So it was here when I found it, and it's gonna be here when I leave, just not in the mulching head. But all right, let me see if I can get this finished up before dark. All right, so we have got that part done, and that's gonna be it for the mulching on this job. The original plan was to go about half a mile down the road and do a little bit more if I had time. But I had basically 30-40 minutes left of allocated time after I got done with the original part of the mulching. He wanted me to use whatever time I had left to go half a mile down the road and do a little bit more mulching on some more property he has. But 30-40 minutes just wouldn't be worth it. By the time I got over there and got started, it would be about time to put it back on the trailer. So we'll have to go get that section another time. Maybe when he gets back from offshore, we can discuss it. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. So even through the struggles, we still got this job done. Yeah, if it wasn't for the fan and hitting the fence wire, I'd have been out of here about 2 days ago. But you'll have that. But I've got to leave Sunday, going out of town to Indianapolis, going to a plant engineers conference. It's going to be an all-week event, so I'll be traveling back that next Friday. So a week from tomorrow, I'll be back home. But so maybe I'll do some video editing during the plane ride and at night in the hotel room. So we'll be back next Friday, starting on some more projects. I've actually got to go back to Elba and do some more mulching for a repeat customer. If you remember, we did the reed patch or the bamboo. We've got to go do more of it. They finally took up that fence line that was separating the two different guys' property. So we are going to go and mulch the rest of that bamboo. And then after that, we will be heading to a pond job where we're going to be clearing around about a 3-acre pond. So sorry, battery died in the GoPro, but like I was saying, we'll be doing a pond job, clearing around about a 3-acre pond. A lot of grown-up material, so that'll be a pretty fun project to do and video, so should have some good content from that. And then there's several other jobs after that, so we should have some good video for you guys in the next couple weeks. So be sure to like this channel, subscribe to the channel. If you like the video we're putting out, let us know. And if there's anything you want to see different, we're all ears. So I'm planning on getting some magnetic mounts to mount the GoPro on the outside of the machine while we're doing the work. So that'll be some different footage. And then I always forget to bring my tripod with me to the jobs. So maybe I'll keep throwing it in the truck and get some more video that way. But that's going to be it for this one. I'm about to see if I can somehow get this truck and trailer into that yard, and we're going to get the machine loaded up and we're going to head to the house. So thank y'all for watching. We'll be back with some more.